So when I first received this box mod, I pulled it out of the package, and by the way, this is the Panzer DNA 200 by Think Vape, but I pulled this out of the package for the first time, and I was like, oh, it's just another box mod. It's just another box mod with a DNA 200 chip in there, and I started vaping on it, vaping on it, vaping on it, and then I started carrying it out and about with me, and people were walking up to me like, what the hell is that? That is badass. Oh my gosh, I love the bottom, I love the top, I love all these accents that draw your eye, and it really made me think, and I'm like, shit, this isn't like most other box mods, is it? And so I started, carrying other box mods out with me, and people weren't really noticing it. They were like, oh yeah, I know what that is, and that's how I know this is a little bit different. It just catches your eye. It's got different accents to it, really stylish accents. I'm going to show you in the close-ups, but yeah, it holds a DNA 200 chip. I'm not going to go into the details of the DNA 200 chip, not even in the close-ups, because I've gone over it and over it and over it many times. If you're interested in that, you haven't seen a DNA 200 review, or you haven't seen my DNA 200 introduction, I suggest before watching this, go in the description. I got links to it. Check them out, okay, and then come back and watch the rest of this video. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dive down, show you this thing, what it looks like. We'll come back. I'll talk about the pros and the cons for this sucker, and I'll let you know if I lost this sucker today when I go out tomorrow and buy one. So here's the packaging for this Panzer DNA 200 box mod by Think Vape. Top slides off like so, and then underneath that we got our user manual. Oh, and then we got our Panzer DNA 200 box along with this USB cable. And here's a close-up view of that USB cable. So here she is, boys and girls, the Panzer DNA 200 box. Few specs for you. She's about 93mm by about 53mm by about 30mm. Now, she's made of aluminum alloy, and she's got this thicker rubberized finish, this black thicker rubberized finish. And then on the inside, you got this white thinner rubberized finish. And I'll tell you what, she looks the tits, man. This thing is sick ass tits as far as how she looks, how she vapes is fantastic as well. It's got the DNA 200, an authentic Evolve DNA 200 chip. Now, I'm not going to go over the menu screen. I've done this so many times, and it just becomes redundant. It's the same old thing. So if you're familiar with the DNA 200 chip, then you know how it works. So here's the top of this device. You got these little grooves, these little slits, okay? 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and then you got multiple around the 510 connection. It's just, you can't deny how cool this thing looks. It's got a stainless steel 510 connection, stainless steel threads. It's got a spring-loaded pin. And a really cool touch to this is I like how it slants down. See that? Here's the base of this device. You get the 3 slots on one side, 3 on the other. So it slants down at the top and slants up at the base. It says Think Vape, the guys that made this. Panzer box 200 watt, powered by Evolve. Here's the side of the device with all the function buttons and the menu screen. Nice clicky but springy fire button. Wattage up, wattage down buttons, nice and clicky. Your USB port for charging upgradable firmware, software capabilities, all those good things. And here's the menu screen. Okay, you got the battery gauge, the resistance, the voltage, the temperature, and the wattage. Feels great in the old hand, it really does, and I know that when I vape on it for 2 weeks, I put it down, I pick something else up, and then I want to go back to this. I mean, that's how I know this thing's comfortable. And with the DNA 200 chip in here, it's hard to beat the DNA 200 chip. It's got a built-in LiPo battery. Some people may not like it. I personally like it. So that right there is a quick close-up view of this Panzer DNA 200 box. Let's go ahead and take her back to FaceTime. So the tank I have sitting on this Panzer 200 watt is the Vaporesso tank. It's the white one, looks matchy-matchy with the black drip tip. I mean, looks sick-ass tits. But the juice I have in here is Rainbow Nuggets, man. Rainbow Nuggets by Spotlights, my Spotlight line. Check it out. It's a Fruity Pebbles on top of vanilla ice cream. Oh yeah. But yeah, I've got the nickel coil head in here right now. She's reading at 0.18 ohms. I got the resistance locked. I'm vaping her at 450 degrees at 43 watts, and I've got the airflow wide open. Man, I love temperature control. You can take long ass hits, and with this Vaporesso tank with a ceramic wick in there, it's just So yeah, back to this Panzer 200 watt First Pro. This thing houses the DNA 200 chip by Evolve. If you don't know what the DNA 200 chip is, you need to crawl out from under your rock. I'm kidding. The DNA 200 chip is a killer chip, man. It's up in the top tier. It's an expensive chip though. The chip by itself is like 80 bucks, considerably more than other chips out there. But yeah, this DNA 200 chip is bitchin'. 2, you guys know how I feel about these built-in LiPo batteries. I like them. I get great battery life. When it's fully charged, I can go a full day. And when it's done, I just plug it into a computer, plug it into a wall, and I'm good to go. But I can see how some of you guys may not like it. You like to take your batteries out, charge them, that's fine. We all have options. It's all going to be subjective. It may be a subjective con to you. To me, this is a big pro. 3, I love how light this thing is. This thing is light, and it's because it's got that built-in LiPo in there. It doesn't have 18650s. 18650s really weigh stuff down. When I first got it and pulled it out of the package, I thought it was going to be heavier, but no. I really noticed this when I put it down and go to another device, and I vape on it, and then I pick this thing up. I'm like, oh man, this feels light. It's got that rubberized finish. That's another pro. I like the rubberized finish. I like the style. I like the accents. As you guys saw in the close-ups, the fire button, the wattage up, wattage down buttons are nice and comfortable, clicky and springy. The USB port, it's on the side, not on the base, which is a big plus to me. Every delivery device that I own screws down, it's compatible, makes a connection. Oh yeah. Two cons I found for this. One is going to be subjective. It goes back to the built-in LiPo battery. Some of you guys may not like that. You want to go to 18650s. It's up to you. You're not going to get that with this. And also the second con, the price point, 170 bucks. You know, when I first got it, I was like, hell no, I'm not paying 170 bucks. But then I started vaping it and I fell in love with it. So in the description, I'll post a link to where you can find this sucker. Like I said, most of these sites are selling for about 170 bucks. Now on to the big question, the big answer of the day. Hey Rip, if you'd have lost this sucker today, would you go out tomorrow and buy one? And you know, at first, like I said, I would say hell no. But I gotta say, I've been using this thing a lot. And what I mean by a lot, I mean more than most other mods. If I was a consumer, if I was in your shoes and I was looking for a DNA 200 device, something that housed a LiPo battery with a good amount of battery life, something that felt good in the hand, was light, dependable, 170 bucks, yeah, I'd buy it. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.